Ever wonder why some gifts seem to bring more trouble than joy? You might think it's just superstition, but there's more to it. Some gifts carry heavy energies that can disrupt your life in unexpected ways. From bringing about mourning to sowing seeds of discord, these seemingly innocent objects can wreak havoc if welcomed into your home. But fear not, because understanding which gifts to avoid can protect your energy and prevent turmoil in your relationships, finances, and beyond. It's not about being ungrateful. It's about being consciously aware of the energy you allow into your life. So before you accept that next gift, consider the unseen consequences it might bring. Don't let negative imprints compound silently over time. Learn from my experience and safeguard your well-being today. Don't let negative energies take hold. Choose consciously and thrive. Want more soulful insights and wisdom? Dive deeper into your spiritual journey by subscribing to our Soul Wisdom channel. Have you ever felt that you have received such gifts and after that something strange started happening to you? Comment down and share to spread awareness and protect others from negative energies. Let's uplift each other and create a positive ripple effect together. Have you ever stopped to think about the mixed emotions that often accompany gift giving? It's a fascinating realm where good intentions can sometimes lead to disappointment, resentment, or even rejection. Surprising, right? But the numbers don't lie. More than half of all gifts end up causing some sort of negative reaction. It's like navigating through a field of landmines. Picture this. You're handed a beautifully wrapped present, brimming with anticipation, only to unveil a sweater that clashes with your style or a quirky trinket that doesn't quite fit anywhere in your home. We've all been there, haven't we? While the gesture itself is undoubtedly fueled by love, the reality is often far from the heartwarming exchange we envision. Instead, we find ourselves grappling with expectations and misinterpretations. Deep down, we crave that perfect moment of gift-giving, where both the giver and receiver feel truly understood and appreciated. But alas, it's not always easy to hit the mark. Sometimes, gifts can even introduce negative vibes into our lives, causing rifts in relationships or financial strain. So, how do we navigate this minefield of well-meaning but sometimes ill-fitting gifts? Anne Deary once said, "A gift with a kind countenance is a gift indeed." And today, I'm here to help you distinguish between those gifts that truly carry that countenance of kindness and those that might be better left politely declined. Let's talk about sharp objects. Knives, scissors, and the like. While they might seem innocuous on the surface, according to the ancient Chinese philosophy of feng shui, they carry a symbolic energy of cutting, division, and separation. Essentially, they represent a disruption in the flow of positive energy in your life. So, before accepting such gifts, it's crucial to exercise your deepest discernment. But it's not just sharp objects that require careful consideration. There are many other types of gifts that can inadvertently introduce discord into our lives. Take, for instance, overly extravagant presents that might create feelings of indebtedness or guilt, or perhaps gifts that seem to come with strings attached. Those subtle expectations that leave you feeling obligated rather than cherished. Then there are the gifts that simply miss the mark. Perhaps they're out of tune with your interests or lifestyle. While the intention behind these gifts may be genuine, they can still lead to disappointment and a sense of disconnect. So, what's the solution? How do we navigate the world of gift-giving with grace and authenticity? First and foremost, it's important to recognize that it's okay to graciously decline a gift if it doesn't align with your values or energy. Remember, it's not about rejecting the gesture itself, but rather being mindful of the energy that accompanies it. Communication is key. If you find yourself on the receiving end of a gift that doesn't quite resonate with you, express your gratitude sincerely while gently sharing your preferences. This not only helps prevent future misunderstandings, but also fosters deeper connections based on understanding and mutual respect. So, you might be thinking, what's the big deal with a pair of scissors? I mean, they're just a handy tool, right? Well, buckle up, because there's more to it than meets the eye. In the world of feng shui, objects aren't just physical entities. They carry unseen energies that can profoundly affect our lives. And when it comes to sharp objects like scissors, their history as weapons and their energetic impact can't be ignored. Here's the thing. Whether you realize it or not, your subconscious is influenced by the objects around you. As the ancient Chinese understood, everything from furniture to decorations can affect the flow of energy in your home. So when it comes to sharp implements, it's crucial to be mindful of where you place them. Keep them out of intimate spaces like bedrooms and living areas to avoid unintentionally disrupting the harmony in your home. And if you find yourself with sharp objects given as gifts, consider having them cleansed by a professional to remove any negative attachments. It might sound a bit woo-woo, but trust me, it can save you a lot of heartache down the line. Now, let's switch gears and talk about handbags and wallets, particularly those sleek black ones. I get it. Black leather exudes sophistication and elegance. I used to rock a chic black wallet myself. But here's the thing. In the world of color psychology and symbolism, black isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Black is often associated with mourning, loss, and even evil. It's the color we turn to in times of grief, and scientifically, black absorbs light rather than reflecting it, creating a sort of spiritual void. Now think about it. Your wallet is the very vessel that holds your wealth and abundance. Do you really want to associate it with loss and negativity? Now, I'm not saying you need to toss out all your black accessories, but it's worth considering the impact that color might be having on your financial well-being. Maybe opt for a different color for your wallet or purse, one that symbolizes prosperity and abundance instead. At the end of the day, whether it's sharp objects or the color of your wallet, it's all about being mindful of the energy we invite into our lives. So next time you reach for that pair of scissors or pull out your wallet, take a moment to consider the unseen forces at play. Your future self might just thank you for it. Let me tell you something that might seem a bit out there, but hear me out. The color of your wallet could be affecting your financial situation more than you realize. Think about it. Every time you slip your money and credit cards into a black wallet, you're essentially funneling your finances into a spiritual black hole. It sends a subconscious message of scarcity, trapping your money in a cycle of lack from which it struggles to escape. It might sound a bit far-fetched, but bear with me. I experienced a dramatic turnaround in my health and wealth simply by swapping out my trusty black wallet for a vibrant red one. It's hard to explain rationally, and I get if you're feeling skeptical, but the difference was like night and day. Suddenly, new opportunities for making money started popping up, and I even managed to boost my income to 6 figures that year. Crazy, right? So if you're looking to invite more financial abundance into your life, why not give it a shot? Experiment by removing or replacing any black handbags, wallets, or other money-related items with something brighter and more uplifting. Pay attention to what changes as you introduce a splash of color into your financial routine. Trust me, you've got nothing to lose and potentially everything to gain. It's all about shifting the energy around your finances, and sometimes something as simple as changing the color of your wallet can make a world of difference. So, go ahead. Embrace the power of color and watch as your financial fortunes take a turn for the better. Let's talk about the age-old tradition of passing down clothing and jewelry. It's a beautiful gesture, isn't it? But here's the thing. When it comes to accepting pre-worn items, there's more to consider than just the material aspect. We're talking about the energetic imprints that these pieces carry from their previous owners. You see, both clothing and jewelry have this amazing ability to absorb and hold on to the energy of those who wore them before us. Think about your favorite sweater or cherished bracelet. They've been with you through highs and lows, soaking up your experiences and emotions along the way. And even after they're cleaned or polished, those energetic imprints remain, woven into the very fibers and metal. So when you accept previously owned items, you're not just getting the fabric or the metal, you're also inheriting the energy of those who wore them before. This means you could be inviting their mindsets, experiences, and even their struggles into your own energy field and psyche. It's like carrying around someone else's baggage, and it can seriously disrupt your inner harmony. Now, I get it. This might sound a bit out there, but trust me, there's something to it. Take a moment to think about how you feel when you wear certain gifted or thrifted items. Do you notice more arguments or anxiety creeping in? Does it seem like bad luck has a way of finding you? I encourage you to experiment, just as I did. Try moving or replacing those items and pay attention to how it affects your energy and well-being. You might be surprised by the shifts you notice. It's incredible how clothing and accessories can carry so much more than meets the eye. At the end of the day, it's all about being mindful of the energy we allow into our lives. So the next time you're offered a hand-me-down or stumble upon a thrifted gem, take a moment to consider the unseen energy it might be carrying. And remember, you have the power to choose what you invite into your sacred inner space. Here's the deal. Science is showing us that the energy we give off is no joke. Thanks to quantum studies, we're starting to understand that everything, and I mean everything, has its own unique energetic signature, even down to the tiniest microscopic level. So when it comes to letting things into your life, especially pre-worn items like hand-me-downs, it's crucial to be picky. Sure, it might sound a bit out there, but think about it. Those items carry the energy of their previous owners, and that energy can stick around long after the item has changed hands. Now, I'm not saying you should turn down every family heirloom that comes your way, but it's worth being mindful of the potential emotional baggage that might come with it. Sometimes those well-intentioned gifts can bring along some not-so-great vibes that you really don't want to inherit. So handle those hand-me-downs with care, my friends. Take a moment to tune into the energy they're bringing into your life. And don't be afraid to set boundaries if something doesn't feel right. Your future self will thank you for it. Now, let's delve into a fascinating yet often overlooked area of gift-giving: ancient relics and antique treasures. I know there's something undeniably captivating about these items. They're steeped in history, nostalgia, and a sense of connection to the past. But before you get too swept away, let's talk about the potential energetic baggage that comes with them. You see, according to the principles of feng shui, objects have a remarkable ability to absorb and retain the energy of the events and emotions they've witnessed. Think of it like a silent observer, soaking up the highs and lows of human experience over decades or even centuries. And as time passes, these energetic imprints can become more pronounced, creating a sort of psychic residue that lingers long after the original owners are gone. Imagine for a moment an antique wedding ring or a vintage vanity set. How many love stories, arguments, and life-changing moments have they silently observed? Each layer of emotion and history adds to the energetic tapestry of these items, and as the current custodian, you inherit it all, whether you're aware of it or not. Now, I'm not saying you should steer clear of antique treasures altogether. Far from it. These items hold a unique charm and beauty that can't be replicated, but it's important to approach them with mindfulness and awareness. Before bringing an antique into your home, take a moment to consider its history and the energy it might be carrying. Ask yourself how it makes you feel. Does it evoke a sense of joy and connection, or do you sense something more unsettling beneath the surface? If you do decide to welcome an antique into your space, consider cleansing it energetically to clear away any lingering negativity. This could be as simple as smudging it with sage or setting it out in the sunlight for a day. By being mindful of the energetic resonance of these ancient relics, you can ensure that they bring nothing but positive vibes into your home. So go ahead, explore the world of antique treasures. Just remember to tread lightly and handle with care. Let's talk about the energy that comes with objects. Whether it's furniture, decorations, musical instruments, or anything else with a rich history and a tapestry of experiences woven into its fabric. These items carry more than just physical weight. They hold a wealth of emotional and energetic imprints that can influence the atmosphere of your space and even affect your own psyche. Picture this. You bring home a beautiful antique dresser or a vintage painting, unaware of the emotional baggage it carries from its previous owners. Unless properly cleansed, these items can unleash a flood of psychic energy into your home, disrupting the harmony of your sacred space. That's why it's crucial to approach relic gifting with extreme caution. If you find yourself in a situation where you feel obligated to accept such a gift, take immediate steps to cleanse it energetically. Try smudging it with sage or giving it a soak in salt water under the sunlight. These simple rituals can help neutralize any negative energies. Once the object is in your home, establish clear boundaries around its presence. Designate a specific area where it will reside, away from your main living spaces. This containment helps limit its influence and allows you to monitor how you feel in its presence. But here's the thing. Some energies are stubborn and can't be cleared completely. In those cases, it may be necessary to politely decline the gift, prioritizing the sanctity of your inner space and well-being. Now, I know it might seem like I'm being overly cautious here, but trust me, tactful refusal is an essential skill when it comes to protecting your energy and preserving your peace of mind. So as we wrap up our exploration of problematic gifts, whether it's knife sets, dark wallets, heirloom jewelry, or antique decor, I hope you'll remember to proceed with caution. While these gifts are often well-intentioned, they can introduce potentially turbulent energies into your life if not handled mindfully. Ultimately, the energy we invite into our homes and our lives shapes our experiences and influences our well-being. By being mindful of the energetic resonance of the objects we bring into our space, we can create a more harmonious environment where we feel safe, supported, and at peace. So, take a moment to consider the energy of the gifts you give and receive. Your inner realms will thank you for it. So what's the best approach when you find yourself faced with one of these tricky gifts? Here are a few gentle suggestions to help you navigate the situation with grace and tact. First and foremost, trust your gut. If you feel a subtle sense of discomfort or discord when presented with the gift, listen to that intuitive nudge. Politely decline, but do so with sensitivity. You can casually mention your adherence to certain spiritual beliefs or symbolic systems in your personal spaces. Most people will understand and respect your decision. If you find yourself in a situation where you feel obligated to accept the gift, take immediate steps to cleanse it energetically. Try methods like smudging, salting, or charging it under the light of the moon to dilute any lingering imprints. Then, keep the item in less emotionally significant areas of your home, like the garage or basement, to minimize its influence. Should the gift giver inquire about the item's absence in your main living spaces, gently reiterate your commitment to maintaining a spiritually aligned environment. You might also consider re-gifting the item to someone who might appreciate it more if it becomes too burdensome for you to keep. The key here is to maintain composure and firm boundaries while expressing gratitude for the gesture. If a close loved one offers to exchange the gift for something more suitable, you can openly discuss the symbolic and energetic mismatch without damaging the intimacy of your relationship. Remember, you have the power to curate your environment according to your spiritual alignment and mental well-being. By setting clear intentions and boundaries, you invite synchronicity and understanding from those around you. Trust in your ability to navigate these situations with compassion and grace. You've got this. As we come to the end of our conversation, I'd like to share some proactive strategies for safeguarding your energetic boundaries when it comes to gift giving and the influence of objects. Here are a few tips you might find helpful. Firstly, be clear about your preferences and values when it comes to gifts. Let your loved ones know what kinds of items resonate with your spirit and bring you joy, as well as those that might disrupt your energy. By communicating your preferences openly, you can help them choose gifts that align with your needs. During times when you're likely to receive more gifts, like birthdays or holidays, consider ramping up your cleansing rituals. Use techniques like sound healing, burning sage, or even intention-based clearing methods to keep the energy in your space balanced and harmonious. When you bring new items into your home, whether they're gifts or purchases, establish a ritual for cleansing and charging them. This could involve washing them, placing them under sunlight or moonlight, or playing cleansing music to raise their vibrations before introducing them into your space. And most importantly, trust your intuition. If something feels off about a particular item, don't hesitate to set it aside until you can assess its energy more closely. Your inner voice is your best guide when it comes to maintaining a positive and harmonious environment. By taking these small but intentional steps, you can avoid much of the potential turmoil that certain gifted items might otherwise bring into your life. Remember, prevention is often easier than trying to remedy a situation later on. I hope these tips leave you feeling empowered to protect your energetic well-being and create a home that aligns with your highest self. Trust yourself and your instincts. They'll guide you in creating a space that nurtures and supports you on your journey.